I was fortunate enough to play with some brilliant ones. Jan Stejsko was absolutely magnificent. Summer was excellent. Tony Roberts was brilliant, but I've got to pick one who made the biggest progress while I was his manager, and that's Matthew Gilks. Matt Gilks at Blackpool. Speroni was magnificent at Palace. But I've got to say, Gillo, when I first went there on his first day, he said, I'm going to leave. And he was sat by the other two goalies and the goalie coach. I went, sorry? He went, I'm going to leave because he's the number one. And I can't stand it. And I went, nobody's number one here, mate. I don't care what he's done. I don't care. I'm going to make my mind up. And if you do well and you do what I ask, you'll keep the shirt. And even if you make a mistake, you'll keep the shirt until it's blatantly obvious that the other one's doing better than you. So I don't know what you're talking about, wanting to leave. I've only just walked over and said hello to you. And as for you, young man, if you think you're number one, you ain't in my book. So it really...
Did he get the number one jersey?
In the end he did, yeah. And in the end he deserved it. And then we probably got relegated out of Premier League because he missed half the season. He only played 23 games, and he missed the others. The other fella got injured, Rachubka, who come from Manchester United. And my third choice wasn't quite good enough, but Matt Gilks went on to Burnley. He's just fantastic. The progress he made as a person, you know, and the thing about being a sports person, you need to deal with the mentality, the mental side of things, you know. So who's my favourite sports person ever? It's Andy Murray. And the reason being, he had to deal with the fact that he would have an argument with himself and make himself lose. He had to learn, and he did it, and it's so impressive, it's unreal. But he learned to stay calm and live to the next shot and the next shot and the next shot. And really, Matt Gilks did that in his own way. You know, because it's a lot of it's frustration when you don't get what you want, you know, and you have to learn to cope with it, and you have to learn to deal with disappointment and not be too disappointed in yourself. And that's a huge thing that I see over and over again. And now when having all this experience, it's a joy for me to try and help people get over it, because I was the world's worst. Everything I did was like, I would destruct. As a player, I would destruct everything, smash it all up, because I had a horrible little temper, and I thought, I need that temper to deal with, to make me stronger, but it wasn't. I should have been determined, not angry. Two different things.
So mental strength.
Mental strength is absolutely phenomenal, you know, so for me, Matt Gilks just dealt with all of that, you know.
So Matt Gilks in goal, who at the back?
That's really unfair. It is really unfair, because if I was one of my players, I'd be hanging on my every word here, thinking, why is he going to choose me or is he not? You know, but I keep thinking back to. I've been so fortunate to have so many brilliant professionals who really practice and train so well, and every one of them deserves a mention, really. You know, but I think, because I'm trying to win, I would put a midfield player at centre half in a five-a-side situation. I'd have to put Mile Jedinak, right, from Palace, because, and it sounds weird, but I would expect the two pushing on fullbacks or wing-backs to actually tuck back and help. And he's such a good talker, such a good organiser, that he would get them rallied around and bang on, you know. So, but I had so many brilliant centre halves: Alex Baptiste, Lynch at QPR, Rob Edwards, who was a fantastic professional. Ian Evatt made so many strides for me. It's almost an unfair question, but what I'm trying to win, right? So I'm saying Mile Jedinak, right? Stick him there, let him, and then we'd have the ball. You know, in my team, I got us having the ball. You know, yeah, absolutely having it. So Gillo would be rolling it out to Jedinak there, and do you know what I mean? So that's where I'm going.
Two wingers?
Two wing. Oh, that's that's unfair, man. I've had Wilfried Zaha and Yannick Bolasie, and I've had Tom Ince and Matt Phillips, and you know, wow, and that's just a couple, you know. Those wide rolls for me were just phenomenal, but it's unreal.
What ones you played with?
Ones I played with, I would have had Dave Barsley as a right wing back. Do you know what I mean? Because the bloke was just on casters. I could have put Clive Wilson out on the left side to go up and down with his left foot. But that's so long ago, I almost forget that, you know? It's like I'm 56 now, it's like years since I played. So, Andy Sinton I would have had out there, Trevor Sinclair I could have had out one side. Do you know what I mean? God, it's getting exciting. Oh no, it's unfair. Rowley would have done a brilliant job at QPR but he wouldn't have liked playing there. Do you know what I mean? Martin Ronans. I don't know if he'd have liked playing there. He'd have been an absolute genius there, to be fair. And Sinners used to like it on the left, so if he was cutting in and chopping it in, that's an unfair question. I'll go with Tom Ince on the left and Matt Phillips on the right.
Okay.
And they're both wingers really, so you can see what I'm thinking. Go on, push on, yeah, go on.
And you've had some fantastic strikers as well, so who would be the man at top?
You've missed the midfield one.
Yedden.
No, Jedinak's playing centre half, so he's the one.
So you have 4 on the pitch and 1 in goal.
Oh no, I got to have Charlie Adam.
Charlie Adam?
It's got to be Charlie Adam, yeah. Oh, that's unreal now. How can I not have Charlie? Tell you what, I'll take Mile out and I'll put Charlie centre half.
With Jedinak on the bench.
Jedinak's going to be on the bench. Charlie, yeah, sorry Mile, but Charlie, I got to have him. Getting it and zinging it everywhere, you know?
Yeah. And then who up top?
Oh, Vaughan should have put... Okay, this is unfair. I need about a 20th side. Trouble is we're bound to win then, aren't we? Don't forget Lillian Nallis, he was different class down here at Plymouth as well. Barry Ells up the middle. God, blimey. Who am I going to put up top? For me, there's only one, really.
Yeah.
He was the ultimate goal machine. And I had him when he was 30, so that's Kevin Phillips.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely off the planet. Focused, ready to go, sorted, trained himself. I had him 2 days a week. He was fitter than anybody else, and he was better than anybody else by a zillion miles.
Good finish.
Yeah, Jamie Curran, don't forget him.
Yeah.
Jason Roberts. I mean, I have been so spoilt with, Nathan Ellington. But the secret to it was having a centre forward coach. Yeah, I had Gary Penrose, and I was modern thinking. I'm the first person to buy the ladders from Ajax. I watched the video, saw that, did that, bump, you know. So you got to try and be almost ahead of the game, like Sam Allardyce was with his scouting and with his science, sports science. But for me, I had to prove to Bristol Rovers that we need this stuff. And then what I wanted to do was make a production line of young lads who are hungry, and you make them believe they're good enough, and off they go. And you know, because I find that's the most fundamental thing about all of this is something that I watched on a video from down here. One of the Plymouth supporters gave me this video. Please watch this. I think you're like this coach. And when I watched it, I started crying because it was called Coach Carter, the basketball fella. But he did it for real because he wanted the kids to have an education, and so really it's more than just being a good footballer. It's about how you live your life, how you treat your family, how you treat people around you, how respectful you are, and then you start on the football side of things. So it's a life way of doing things, you know. But what the problem I have is if someone above me managing upwards, I don't really get it, because I am who I am and I do what I say, and they don't. They change the script and they might have a knee-jerk reaction, and so then I fall out with them, because if I'm saying I'm going to do something to you, I will do it. I don't ever promise you I'm going to win. I'm going to try to win. But you get a 1 in 3 chance all the time. If you don't win, hopefully we'll draw. And if we don't draw, we might have lost. But that's where you learn. So I'm not going to guarantee you that I'm going to win all the time. That's impossible. I'd be a liar if that's the case. What I'm going to do is try and get a way of doing things that will make us win more than we lose and more than we draw. And that's all I can promise you, but I guarantee you I will improve the people if you let me choose their character. If you want to choose who comes to my club, then go do one. Because what do you know about it? With the greatest respect, what do you know? What makes a footballer tick? Have you done it yourself? You might be a good businessman, but you don't know. And you ain't got a clue what it's like on a coalface, so do me a favour, go and do one.